What's good, YouTube? This your man Spiel Dog. Yo, man, I don't think that fight gonna be. I think it's gonna be an exciting fight with Lamont Roach and Pitbull, but I don't think Pitbull got not even the slightest bit of a chance in that fight. If it wasn't for Tank, Pitbull probably wouldn't even be. People wouldn't really know him like this. You know, him going 12 rounds with Tank is really what got him in the positions he's been in since then, and a little good matchmaking. But he's a straightforward fighter who kind of lean forward when he fight. You know, he coming straight ahead all night. Man, Roach is finna, man, Roach finna tattoo this dude. Man, he gonna be coming from angles. I mean, this gonna be a dominant. It might get brutal. You know, if Pitbull can take can take a lot of shots, it could get brutal in there. I think Lamar Roach gonna make him look bad. I think he gonna dominate. I mean, completely dominate this dude. I just don't see Pitbull as no real threat to no boxer that come up where Lamar Roach, the gyms that Lamar Roach came up in around a lot of good slick fighters. This dude ain't got a chance. I'm telling y'all, is this is a fight. This is purely gonna be off promotion. If anybody think Pitbull got a chance, he finna get picked apart in that by Lamont Roach. I think I don't see him. Everybody got to punch his chance. Let's put it like that. But it's I think Lamont Roach gonna make him look bad in there. I actually do. I just don't see him having no shot. I really don't. I don't think. I think it's gonna be hard for him to catch Lamont Roach with shots. I mean, I could just see him. I just see him doing. I see Lamont Roach damn near doing whatever he want to do unless Pitbull can put some hella pressure on him. And I think Lamont Roach hit hard enough to slow some of that shit down. I think Lamont Roach gonna be hitting him with some big shots, like when he feel like it. It's damn near gonna be target practice, and I got a funny feeling, man. I don't see this dude having a chance with a guy that fight like Roach. You know, certain type fighters, Pitbull got, a look good against, but a guy like Lamont Roach, who's slick, who know how to come from angles, who can box and bang, shit. Uh, Pitbull can bang, but he don't have he don't. I don't think he had the type of boxing skills it's gonna take to fight a guy like Lamont Roach. And once again, the way he just his whole man, I see Lamont Roach getting busy in there. I really do. I mean, he finna really put on a show, and it'll definitely make it for if him and Tank ever have a rematch. This will make it a lot bigger because I think he gonna do Pitbull worse than Tank did him because he ain't gonna break his hand. So I think Pitbull gonna end up getting knocked out, or I just think accumulation of punches. I think he gonna be getting lit the fuck up in there, man. And I think as time go on, he ain't gonna be able to keep eating them shots like that. I think Lamar Roach gonna have a field day with this. Shit. This is almost like a gift to him when you thought you was fighting Tank. Straight up. Just look at what he did with Tank. Tank is a good slick fighter too, but Tank is a guy that don't throw a lot of punches. Tank is not a busy fighter, so if you can get busy on him and box with Tank, you can give to I always worried about that with Tank. I said when he got in there with the better fighters, his punch output is so low where if on the back end of the fight, if he don't get a big knockdown or two or something like that, you can outpoint Tank. That's always been something that I think we all who fans of Tank know when he was, when the time come for him to fight the top guys, if he didn't get a knockout, he could be outpointed because, damn near everybody he fight, he give up rounds. That was, that's just part of his game. He'll give up 2, 3 rounds early, and then start putting his shots together, and use to eventually catch a guy with a big one and get him up out of there. But when you get like what happened with Lamont Roach, when you start fighting the better fighters, it's like Floyd told Earl Spence this uh early in Earl Spence's career, that you gotta have more than just you gotta be able to go 12. He was like, some guys ain't getting knocked out. Once you get to the top level, it's guys that ain't going nowhere. They gonna be there all night. So you gotta be able to go 12 hard rounds, and be on point all 12. So, you know, uh, with Tank, I always knew a guy that was on his level. If he didn't knock him out, he could lose by points. He don't throw enough shots. Pitbull is gonna be Pitbull gonna at least be punching in there, and which is why I say it might get brutal, because that's gonna open him up to even more shots. I think it's gonna get ugly in there. About a 6, 7 round, if it go that far, I think Pitbull might be in bad shape by then. If Lamont Roach didn't get the big head from the fight with Tank, which I don't think he did. He don't seem like that type person. And he coming there, and if he got plans on fighting Teofimo and Devin, and going on up and up, which I'm sure he do, then this one, he gotta get this on out the way, and this is gonna be a fairly easy fight for a guy like Lamont Roach. Just keeping it real, like I said, I've been saying this since they put Pitbull on this top stage. I don't see it. He just too one-dimensional. I don't see it. Now, yeah, he rough and rugged. Don't get me wrong, but you gonna have to have more than that when you fight these high skill level fighters. Similar to what happened to Brian Norman against Devin Haney. You just can't come straight forward with these guys like that. You gonna have to have some tricks in your bag, or you. Now, what I do think Pitbull will do, I think Pitbull will, if well, he probably know before the fight come. I think he'll be honest with himself and know he ain't trying. I know he ain't coming in there thinking he gonna win no boxing match. I think he know that. So I think Pitbull will be physical and aggressive, and trying to get rough and rugged and get on the inside, which is why I say it could get brutal. Because if Lamont Roach all the way on point, he gonna be lighting his ass up. That's what he gonna be wanting. He gonna be wanting them coming like that. So like I said, man, I think it's gonna be an exciting fight. I don't know how competitive it'll be. If Pitbull, maybe Pitbull will surprise me. I don't think so. I see Lamont Roach going to town on this dude. I think Lamont Roach gonna dominate Pitbull, and that's just that's how I see it going. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, hit like and subscribe. See you next time. It's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.